Shalom, friends. Welcome to Shalom, friends. Welcome to my channel. Shalom, friends. Welcome to the Biblical Cosmology channel. I'll be reading some of a presentation here, trying to explain you guys some of these things that we believe here on the channel about some of my investigations. All right. I'll be here talking about the book of Enoch and the 10 heavens that we already know. You guys know that I share this content a lot here in the channel. In this kind of content that I'm creating right here, I would like to tell you guys that this is a kind of a shallow content. Just a superficial thing that we are sharing right here. But if you guys think that you can receive more of this kind of information, I would like to tell you and would like to invite you to come to the Telegram channel that there I can share more informations because here in this platform, you guys know that is a little bit complicated. All right, I'll be here talking about a little bit of the division of heavens, some of these divisions I shared in my Portuguese channel, which means Cosmologia Bíblica in Portuguese. You can find this in the description of this video, and also if you search in YouTube channel. All right, the division of heavens. I'll be starting right here with this couple of little information. Like I told you, I'll be reading this shallow um, presentation, and after every part, I'll be explaining with my point of vision some of these things about this presentation that I prepared here for you guys. So the book of Enoch describes that the 10 divisions of heaven, each with its own unique characteristics and purpose. The topmost and the most powerful realm is where the sovereign Lord's throne is located. And in independent division that you can see as you can count the divisions of the heavens, you can see that we can have the first or the tenth, depending the point of view. If you count from down to up, will be the tenth. If you count uh, as the opposite, will be the first. So the second division is the abode of the angels, and is where the majority of God's heavenly hosts dwell. The third division is the abode of the righteous, and is where those who have been found worthy of entering the kingdom of heaven will reside. The fourth division is the abode of the wicked, and is where those who have been judged and found wanting will be sent. The fifth is the abode of the fallen angels, and is where those who have been cast out of heaven will reside. The sixth division is the abode of the spirits of dead, and is where those who have passed away will be sent. And the seventh division is the abode of the dead, and is where those who have been judged and found wanting will be sent. The eighth division is the abode of the demons, and is where those who have been judged and found wanting will be sent. It has a connection to the second and the third one. And the ninth division is the abode of the damned, and is where those who have been judged and found wanting will be sent. The tenth division is the abode of the wicked, and is where those of who have been judged and found wanting they will be sent. So these divisions are not exactly explained because, like I told you, I have more detailed content in my Cosmologia Bíblica channel in Portuguese. So most of you guys that once you have more information about this, and you can have that. I'll be explaining some of these divisions here and make a little of comments, which means the first, or if you want to count from down to up, will be the tenth. Depend the way you count. If you start with the first, or if you start with the tenth, ninth, and then. So the throne of God is located in the highest division of heaven and is the seat of his power and authority. It is described as a great and glorious throne made of gold and precious stones and is surrounded by a brilliant light. The throne of God is placed where he makes his decrees and where he judges all of creation. From his throne, God is able to see and judge all of creation and determine that fate of all living things. So it's interesting for us to know about the throne of God, especially that John make us to know about the book of Revelations, show us more of details about this throne of God, which is settled in the most high, the most highest division of the heaven and the earth. And independent the way you start counting, this could be the tenth or the first, like I told you before. So the abode of the angels is the second division of heaven and is the home of the majority of God's heavenly hosts. It is described as a place of beauty and splendor with gardens and fountains, and is where the angels gather to worship God. The abode of the angels, it is also the place where God gives his commands and decrees, and is the place where the angels receive their orders from from God. So in this case, this could have a connection with the Eden's garden, which I gave some of shallow explanations in other contents here in this channel, and some of more deep explanation there in the Telegram's channel, or even in the YouTube channel, but in Portuguese, which means that I can share more information a little more deep. And if you want to know of these things, I would like to invite you. I would invite you to come to these other platforms and channels that I share more informations. So the above of righteous is the above that the third division of heaven is the home of those who have been found worthy of entering the kingdom of heaven. It is described as a place of peace and joy with no sorrow or no pain, and is where the righteous will spend eternity in the presence of God. The abode of the righteous is also the place where the righteous will be rewarded for their faithfulness and obedience to God. The abode of the wicked is the fourth division of heaven, and is the home of those who have been judged and found wanting. It is described as a place of darkness and despair, and is where the wicked will be sent to suffer for eternity. The abode of the wicked, it is also the place where the wicked will be punished for their sins and transgressions. It is interesting that these are connection with some couple of constellations around the firmament of heavens. And we can see that some of these places are considered like some couple of prisons that God established for some of the fallen angels, which means that who disobeyed the first order and the will of God, and they wanted to come here to this world and had relation with the women, and they give birth for the giants who started eating most part of the humanity before the Noah's flood. So this is one place where their prisons are settled. The abode of the fallen angels is the fifth division of heaven, and is the home of those who have been cast out of heaven. It is described as a place of chaos and destruction, and is where the fallen angels will reside for eternity. The abode of the fallen angels is also the place where the fallen angels will be punished for their rebellion against God, which means exactly what I told you guys before. So some of them are prisoned in electromagnetic prisons, settled in the firmament of heaven in this division, and also some places that some people believe that are located in some regions out of the Antarctica and some other places in the deep of the earth. So these are content that I cannot share here in this YouTube channel, but if you want to know more information of this, I suggest you to come to the YouTube channel in Portuguese, or even the Telegram's channel of Biblical Cosmology, which means in the Portuguese too.